So, I wasn't always the host here. I'm the host of Page 2 Poetry, James Otter. But back in the day, I was a performer here. And Karen was one of the first people I met. And she amazed me because improv's always been a big part of my life. But I could never just improv a poem on stage. Every week, it was something new. And it was absolutely impressive. And totally true, straight from the heart. And you never knew what was going to happen, and it was very inspiring. And just, fact is, you can find it on YouTube, but to really, really get it, you had to have been there. You have any questions for me?
So, do you feel like, what was your first impression of Karen?
I thought Karen was really cool. Like, when I thought of rock star poets, I would always think of Karen walking up to the stage and grabbing the microphone and holding it. It's like a vision in my mind. It was one of those driving forces where I'm like, I want to be like that.
So, how long have you known Karen now?
I'd say, I think it's been about almost 5 years. Does that sound about accurate? Yeah. About 5 years.
That's about how long you've been doing. How long you've been doing this for about 3 years now, right?
Well, I've been running the show for about 3 years.
Yeah.
But I wasn't always, This other dude was Kit.
What's his name?
Oh, Kit Shell. Absolute.
Oh yeah, Kit Shell.
Yes,
yeah, I know
the poetry coach.
We all know him.
We love Kit. He's in New Mexico now. He was
Albuquerque.
He's a much different host than me.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe he'll get another show up and running somewhere.
That would blow my mind.
So, how important is poetry to you? I would say, and then I'm going to ask you how important music is to you.
Poetry?
How important is poetry to you?
I don't know where I'd be without it. I have to do it. It's part of me. Every day I write. I mean, I'm not like a traditional poet. I tell stories kind of in a poetic form. But it's always been with me, in a way.
So, from your own experience, do you find it as one of the best therapies for a person to be able to express themselves in such a way?
I think so. I think it beats punching trees, that's for sure. It's helped me through a lot. And it's also like just being able to create something outside of myself feels really good. And share it with the world,
Yeah. So Karen's pretty big on music. I remember that song you played when I went over to your apartment the first time.
What song?
I don't know, it wasn't on a guitar, it was a different instrument.
It was on an auto harp.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And that's what I play.
Yeah. So, how do you feel, how important is music to you?
Well, music's extremely important. I'm not really much of a musician anymore, but I think we need it. Plus, we need more musicians. That being able to do improv music is something that I think is very, very important. And it's a key part of writing music, is improvising. That was my method when I was recording music, was I'd just have my friends over and I'd go, okay, make up a thing, I'll make up lyrics, we're recording this, we'll do an album, and never release it or show it to anyone.
So many albums go that direction.
Yeah, 16. 16 of them.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Felt good to make them?
Oh, it felt awesome, but I also felt like kind of crazy.
What else was I going to ask you? So, okay, I guess that's all the questions about Karen, unless you can think of anything else.
Well, anything else, like questions?
Do you think Karen is completely sane?
I think sanity doesn't exist. Sanity is a made-up concept. The only way to be sane is to be anything but a human. Like to be like a different animal or a tree or something. Humans, we're crazy. We're nuts. And plus, inspiration doesn't come out of boring, sane stuff.
Sure.
No one just, You know, it comes from kind of not even insanity either. It comes from something else, something spontaneous.
Do you feel like you're always kind of testing your limits as far as self-expression is concerned?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's sometimes I think I've taken on too much with certain projects, and I don't know. I've had my heart broken a bunch with projects too. Just put my heart and soul into things that went nowhere. This, however, always goes somewhere. And it's like I wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for Karen. Karen was always giving me positive feedback, and it felt really good to have that. You know, I didn't really have a place I belonged for a long time. I was actually bullied a bunch, even in my 20s adult life. So having friends and having positive feedback and just being able to see others just absolutely kill it on stage week after week after week, you know, being able to remain unpredictable and what is and it's you know, it's beyond words.
Do you think sometimes even when they go on stage, if they, they don't always kill it, right?
Well, it's what I want people to understand when they go on stage, especially if they're nervous, is that when they're on the stage, they are actually in more control than they realize. They have the ability to interact with the audience and to make them clap their hands, No longer is it the other way around. You have that power, and it feels good. And it's not power that hurts people either, Making me nervous.
I'm just messing around. Because we're talking about the stage now, so there it is.
Yeah, this is the stage.
Here's the other part of the stage.
This is true.